right, January 2nd, 2024, our first show here of the new year, and starting it off right. Down a man, 5 minutes late, and Canada tied 2-2 in the third period here against the Czechs. So, tough one for us here this morning to kick off the new year, but we'll get it back on track. We'll break down all of tonight's games, give out some best bets. If you guys have questions in the chat here, fire them away throughout the course of the show. We'll try our best to answer those. But before we get into anything here, I want to remind everybody that today's show, as always, is sponsored by BetStamp. The easiest way to improve as a sports bettor is by using multiple sports books and always getting the best odds. We recommend using an odds comparison tool like BetStamp to help you do so. BetStamp compares odds across every sports book for games, futures, and player props. You can save time and money by checking BetStamp before you bet. So make sure to download the app today. It is available on iOS, Android, as well as on the web. And if you are looking to sign up for a new sportsbook account, betstamp.app/edgework. Make sure to check that out. It does help support the show. You can also find that link in the description here. Moretto, I mean, are you watching this Canada game right now? What is going on with the Canadians?
I was watching it a little bit early and kind of was like, all right, kind of done with this team. But they battled back. As I stopped watching, they battled back. So it's probably for the best that I'm not watching. I'm doing my part for my country right now by not watching this game.
Yes, appreciate that. The vibes. Get it back on track there, as it is 2-2 there with 10 minutes left. So we'll be watching that one along. Yeah, and there you go. If you're wondering why Matt wasn't here, Jeremy putting it perfectly. Matt couldn't get enough Penix last night.
Well, I'm not safe for work over here.
Yeah. All right, well, so far in the season, if you do want to track all of our bets, see how the show has done, you can head over to the BetStamp app there. You can find that in the Find Better section as Edgework HQ, and you take a look, you look at our season, 156, 149, and 3 on the year, over 300 bets so far, 308. We're hitting at a 6.8% ROI, so look to continue that here into the new year. Make sure to check out all of our bets on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. You can find those in the BetStamp app there. But let's get underway for the games here tonight, and we will start in Nashville, where the Predators are hosting the Chicago Blackhawks here. Nashville coming in as a minus 250 favorite, the best price available, and a total right now of 6 on books like Pinnacle. You can find some 6.5s out there, though. Moretto, what are you thinking in this game here tonight? Are we gonna get behind the Preds potentially at a number this big?
We're always behind the Preds. You know, whether we're betting them or not, we're always behind our playoff-bound Nashville Predators, who, if you will remember from 2023, are comfortably in a playoff spot. Now a nice 2-point gap, nice 2-point cushion right now with very little time to go. So, yeah, things are looking good on the Nashville front. Not going to lay this price tonight, but I do think, you know, obviously very warranted the way they've been playing. They've been playing really good hockey, and the Blackhawks have not. Obviously, their offense is just completely putrid. It's like historically bad right now how little this team is generating. Obviously, you know, when you have a guy like Bedard, you're able to sort of, you know, bag a couple goals, maybe despite not creating all that much. I did not realize that Bedard was second in the NHL in even strength goals. Kind of like quietly has done that this year. Pretty impressive. Yeah. But yeah, as a team, this offense is just pretty brutal. Tough matchup here against the Predators too, who have been good at playing a lot with the puck. They're a pretty good possession team. They're able to generate a lot, but like they're not able to convert at a high rate of their chances, which is kind of the perfect storm here for an under. So the under is kind of where I'm looking, and that's what I bet in this game. I mean, I just don't see Chicago generating really anything against this Nashville defense. When they do, they have Saros to face. Saros has been a bit inconsistent, kind of coming off 2 pretty rough games, actually, but good bounce back opportunity here against the Chicago offense. And like Nashville, I mean, there's always the chance against, you know, in a Chicago game betting it under that like Chicago just completely collapses and allows 7 goals. And that's very, you know, realistic as well. But like against a team like Nashville, I don't think you're as concerned about that, where like they have to generate a lot in order to score goals. So so it's just kind of the perfect storm here, and under 6.5 is what I bet.
All right, so the under 6.5, minus 115 will lock in. There's minus 118s, minus 120s out there. There's a lot available, so make sure to go line shop using the BetStamp app to get the best price available. But the under 6.5, minus 115 there in Nashville, Chicago. And we will recap all of the bets that we give out on the show today at the very, very end. So don't worry if you missed something or if you're confused, we will go back and go through those again. So first play locked in. Takes 5 minutes there, and we're already giving out bets. That's why you got to be here on time. That's why you got to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything here on the show, and you get notified as soon as the show starts. Now, next up.
That's why you got to be on time, even though I was very much not on time this morning.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But that's why you have to have notifications on so you get notified when we do start. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at the Minnesota-Calgary game here tonight. Minnesota is hosting the Flames. You see Minnesota right now plus 101 on Pinnacle, minus 105 for Calgary. Total of 6 here yet again on Pinnacle there. There are some 6.5s out there, but Moretto, what are your thoughts on this game here tonight? The fact that we are seeing some plus money on Minnesota at home and where the total is currently at.
Yeah, I do kind of lean towards Calgary. I didn't bet a side in this game, but Calgary would be my lean. It is starting to drift a little bit. So, I mean, there's a minus 105 there at Caesars, which is decent. But anyways, I didn't play the side there. I do think this is what the kids call a banger in terms of the under here. Those 6.5s that are available are very, very, very heavily juiced. So I would much rather play the 6 at, there's the minus 105, the minus 107 at Penny is fine. The minus 110s out there are fine as well. I mean, these are just like two incredibly low event hockey teams. This is sort of like, I mean, talk about a perfect storm for an under. This is like both bottom third offenses in the last month, top 10 defenses. I mean, in the Wild's perspective, they are the number 1 defense over the last month. Elite goaltending, both power plays are outside the top 20, converting under 20%. This is just like everything is conducive to an under here. So I'm very excited to see how it does go over the total. It'll be very interesting to see and see that one play out. But like realistically, everything here just shouts under, and I think that we should be seeing 5.5 here, to be honest with you. So the fact that we're seeing pretty like evenly split 6s is a good bet for me.
All right, the under 6 minus 105 there. Again, very widely available on these prices. So head over to BetStamp. If you don't have some of these sports books, you can sign up betstamp.app/edgework. 2 bets locked in here so far today. I will continue to go through some of these games. And again, if people do have questions here, whether it's about games tonight, if there's games that don't get covered or games that we don't have bets in that you guys are looking for some input on, make sure to send those in the chat. We'll try to answer them throughout the course of the show here today. Or if there are futures that you're maybe looking at to kick off the new year, make sure to send those over as well. We'll try to answer all of those. But next up, we got another game here tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning travel to Winnipeg to take on the Jets here tonight. And currently we're seeing minus 130 on the Winnipeg Jets, plus 123 on Tampa there, and a total of 6. I feel like we're seeing a bunch of these 6s out here, Moretto, so far. We got 3 different games here tonight that we've covered. All 3 of them feature 6s on at least some different sports books right now. Is this another game here tonight with Tampa and Winnipeg? You feel like maybe the total's in the right spot at that 6, and could you maybe be enticed to get in on a side?
Yeah, I mean, I know we joke that I have so many favorite teams apparently that I like to call our teams, but the Lightning are one of them, and I feel bad that I'm gonna be fading them here, but the Jets have just been exceptional. They've come on strong over the last month, even without Kyle Connor. Pretty elite hockey at both ends of the ice. They are top 5 in expected goals for per 60 and top 5 in expected goals against per 60. Fantastic goaltending. Only weakness has been special teams. Their power play and penalty kill are both kind of below average, and that is an area where Tampa excels. So that is like something that does give me a little bit of pause here, but I mean, realistically, the gap between these two teams has just been actually pretty big. Not only over the course of the season, but over the course of the last month. Until Tampa I know Tampa has that ability to just turn it on, especially like against top teams. They kind of save their best and they're able to kind of turn it on at a dime. But like the way Winnipeg's been playing, I think this price is just too short. And then you factor in the injuries on the blue line for Tampa, where I don't know if Sergachev's going to play tonight. It's kind of up in the air. He did not play in their last game, did not play in the last 2 games. So we'll see. I am still okay with this. If he does play, there's only upside there. So if he doesn't play, then this is an even better bet. Chernak is probably going to be out after taking that big hit from Josh Anderson. Again, only upside there. This is like assuming that he's in. Him, Sergachev, and Fleury. I think Fleury will be out, but that's like a real cluster of injuries on the blue line. So, yeah, pretty tough to overcome. Even if 2 of those guys are out, you're looking at guys like Phil Myers that have been called up from the AHL. It drops off pretty quickly. So, yeah, it's a little bit too cheap on Winnipeg. And, yeah, any of those 130s, 135s, 135 is probably like as high as I'd go. But that is definitely a bet for me.
Where are you at on Tampa as a whole this year so far at this point in the season? Like, this is a team that you and I had talked about early on. We were both kind of higher than it felt like a lot of other people were. You're just kind of waiting for Vasilevsky to come back, but thinking like, yeah, this hasn't been the dip that we've maybe has been represented out there by some people heading into the season. Now we're kind of halfway through, I guess, is maybe a way to put it there. It's not quite at 40 games, but you're about halfway through. You're into the new year. Do you feel like we're kind of justified in the thought process that we were having going into the season with Tampa here? Have they maybe not met expectations? Have you kind of had to alter your opinion on them? Like, where are you at with this team right now?
Yeah, like you keep waiting for them to sort of go on that run, and I do think it's coming. The 5-on-5 metrics haven't been great, right? But like this team they're doing what you'd expect them to do in the sense where like they have great coaching and elite talent. So they're able to convert a high number of their chances, right? Their shooting percentage is pretty high. And their special teams metrics are very good. Obviously, a lot of that comes down to coaching and just having the sort of talent that they do. They do have good depth. I think this is kind of a team that's like built for playoff success. No shit. Like they've won multiple cups, obviously, and made many runs. Like I'm not exactly like, splitting the atom here, but they definitely like their depth is more conducive to success in, over the course of like a playoff series. That being said, like they're just hanging around like you'd expect them to do, right? Like they're not a team they know what it takes to, make it through the grind of a regular season. And, it's just a matter of getting in, and they're right there. I mean, they're in a playoff spot right now, not comfortably like our Predators, but they are right there. And I think that we're going to see this, throughout. Vasilevsky will go on his little heater. Power play will continue ticking along. They'll get their timely goals when they need to. And, they'll probably finish as a wild card team. And that's going to be a tough wild card team for one of those division winners to have to face.
I'm not saying comfortably in the playoffs for any of these teams when you're sitting at just starting 2024. Yeah, unless it was Boston last year or Tampa the year that they set the record. I'm not saying comfortably for any of these teams right now. By the way, 2-2, still 3.5 minutes left in the third here. So this is an interesting one. It looks like every time Canada gets an opportunity, it's one of those games where they just miss the net or someone blocks the shot, and it just gets that vibe that it's going to come back down the other way and Czech's going to take advantage of it. So keep an eye on that as you go along. But next game here tonight, the Vancouver Canucks.
I mean, we did struggle against Germany.
Yeah. The Vancouver Canucks here. So money's Vancouver Canucks. Our Vancouver Canucks. I don't know if I can get behind that one. But the Canucks hosting the Sens tonight. You see Vancouver right now minus 141. The Sens plus 130. And a total of 6.5 right now. And that is juiced to the over. You're seeing minus 124s, 127, 130s out there on the over 6.5. What are your thoughts on where this total currently sits at right now? And are you kind of in a position here where the market is fair on Vancouver, Ottawa, or would you be willing to make a bet here tonight?
Yeah, so this I don't know if this fully classifies as a disgusting brother sort of play, but we're right there with it. I am playing the Senators, and the reason it's so disgusting is because every time we fade the Canucks, they just completely bend us over. So if we're being honest, I probably expect the same here, but I don't know, man. Their play has just dropped off so much, and they're kind of middle of the pack defensive team. Offensively, they've been legitimately bad over the last month. Just 2.4 expected goals per 60 in December. Only 4 teams have been worse. They're shooting like 15%. Like, that's insane. I just can't get behind that continuing. And I mean, yeah, like, look, Korpisalo has not been good. He's got such a wide range of outcomes. He's either like standing on his head like he did against the Leafs that game, or he's getting absolutely shelled like he did in his last game. So like that makes this kind of a plug your nose sort of one where, like, you know, that 15% shooting percentage for the Canucks will drop off. Is tonight the night that, you know, maybe they have some regression against kind of a bad goalie? I don't know. But like the Sens play has ticked up considerably over the last little bit. They're playing much better hockey. And honestly, the gap between these two teams, if you just like take out goaltending, and obviously, you know, that's a massive part of the equation. You're not just going to like discredit that. Demko has been fantastic too. Not just, you know, the fact that Korpisalo has been bad, but like the Sens are playing better hockey. And I think this price is just a little bit, getting a little bit too good of a price on Ottawa for me to pass up here. God, I hate fading the Canucks. It just kills me every single time. I don't think I've won a single game betting against them this year.
Okay, good. That's a like good precursor there.
Yeah,
I was taking
yeah.
the Sens plus 130 here this
Oh,
morning.
you gotta be transparent, man. You gotta let the people know what they're getting into here if they're tailing this one.
All right, Sens money line plus 130 there. We'll lock that in. Another game here tonight that we didn't really have ticked off as something we were going to go over or prepared to go over there, but Charles asking also here quickly on this one. Jeremy says good at plus 125. We played that at plus 130. Yeah, so good at plus 125.
And it's not like there's not a ton of cushion here. Like after like it takes below 125, that's probably it for me. But right. I would play it at 125, but like there's not like a ton of breathing room on this one.
Right. All right, and Charles here asking thoughts on the total for the Pittsburgh game. So the Penguins there hosting the Capitals. Pittsburgh minus 170, total of kind of 6. You see some 5.5s right now. What are your thoughts on where this total has gotten to here tonight, Alex?
Yeah, I would. Did you lose me there? I'm good.
No, 10 seconds left. Czech just scored. It's 3-2.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 10 seconds.
Was our captain Fraser Minton on the ice?
Oh my God! You're gonna make this
excited to see the discourse on Twitter. That's
I told
brutal.
you, man. This is one of those ones, sir.
Honestly, they haven't looked good at all. They haven't looked good all tournament. Like at no point have they looked good in this tournament where you're thinking like they're capable of going on a deep run and winning this whole thing. Bad goal. I see Mike in the chat says a weak goal. No.
It did. It's double deflection. It's not really the goalie's fault there.
Double deflection. Double D on.
It hit the defender's stick, and then it hit the next Canada player behind him's stick going across. Oh, God. And then posting in. All right. All right, back on track.
Show's canceled. Show's canceled.
Let's get back on track. Where were the Penguins
Pittsburgh,
game? The Penguins total.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
We're seeing 6s, 5.5s. What are your thoughts on where this total is currently sitting at right now?
I strongly lean towards the under. I didn't bet it, but definitely strong lean that way. Washington just can't get anything going offensively. It's been pretty dire for them. Goaltending, both teams are getting good goaltending. Pittsburgh's offense has dropped off a little bit, playing good defensive hockey. Like a lot of things here sort of contribute to this under, but just like, you know, where it's sitting now, like kind of pretty heavily juiced at 6, just wasn't something that I was dying to get in on. If I was like a 110 that flashed, then I'd be in, but yeah, I did like the under here.
Alex J Underretto.
Yeah, honestly, these are just a lot of disgusting unders. Just cheering for no fun, just misery on the ice tonight.
Well, maybe this is a game that you can cheer for, not miserably, as your Montreal Canadiens are going up against the Dallas Stars here tonight. I feel like this is best case scenario for you. You get to watch your Habs, you get to watch your Stars. There's really no losing situation here, but our friend, the right wing fan, asks, what are your thoughts on the Dallas Montreal over there? We see 6.5s in this one. You can see plus 100 on best number available on the over 6.5 there. And also, you're seeing Dallas minus 275 tonight against the Habs. What are your thoughts on this game in general, Moretto?
Yeah, I can get behind it over there. I don't really have any strong opinions on this game or total either way. I do hope the Habs take a step closer to Celebrini with a nice loss in regulation tonight. That's kind of the goal at this point when every time this team takes the ice. But I can get behind. I can get behind and over. It's just you have to. Is Montreal going to do their part? That's the thing. That's like Dallas should be able to generate a good amount. I think the Habs are going to try and showcase Primo and Jake Allen a little bit more. Montembeau's definitely been the best of that trio in net, so you'll probably get a slight downgrade in net for Montreal, which is good. But like Montreal just hasn't been consistently producing enough offense, and this is a Stars team that's pretty strong defensively. So that's kind of what would keep me off of it. I don't really have any strong opinions either way there.
All right, fair enough. Well, this one you definitely do have some strong opinions on for sure. You're in agreement here with Jordan asking Habs Hawks parlay minus 1.5. The alts
for the max.
Guys.
For the max.
For the max.
For the max. Yep.
Yeah, that's disgusting. All right, well, let's look at the another one. When I saw Moretto send this bet over here this morning, it was the least surprising thing ever. And if you're in the chat right now, I'm sure you could guess what it is here tonight. The LA Kings hosting the Maple Leafs. You see LA minus 130, the Leafs plus 119, a total of 6.5 right now. And you don't think that this number on LA right now is as far as it should be, do you?
Well, it's a Kings Tuesday. I mean, what did you expect? We haven't had a Kings Tuesday in a while. So just getting back to what we do best on this show. But yes, I faded the Leafs on Saturday against the Hurricanes. That was my best bet there that we put out on Edgework, and we were able to see that one home. Look, it's not.
Uh-oh. We did lose Moretto here. Oh, there you go. You're good, Moretto. You're back.
Okay. Yeah. My computer just did something wacky here. Okay. This isn't anything against the Leafs. Kings are simply just a wagon, but like the Leafs are always going to command this sort of respect in the market. And like, yeah, it's warranted to an extent based on the game breakers they have in that lineup where like on any given night, you can have like guys like Nylander, Matthews, Marner going off, combining for like 4 goals between them. And, in a game, maybe they don't deserve to win, but like, it's really hard to do that against this Kings team that is just like, these guys are, this is like, in my opinion, this is like a top 2, top 3 team in the NHL. They've been getting the goaltending too, which is great to see. There's very, very little you can pick apart about this team. They're so hard to get things going against. They play such good fundamental hockey. They are generating a ton of offense, unlike in years past. I think this price is just a little bit too short. This is still just a little bit too much respect for the Leafs and not enough for this Kings team. And like, honestly, the goaltending situation, like Martin Jones has been good, but like, it's still Martin Jones. You're not going to like come to rely on that. And like defensively, I mean, you got to play good hockey to beat this Kings team. And I don't know that the Leafs are necessarily capable of doing that right at this moment. And that can change. Obviously guys can be brought in and things can change in a hurry, but as of right now, just not a good matchup for them.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that as well. But this team, the unpredictableness, this is one of those ones where they'll come out and show up tonight where you kind of least expect it, 10:30 in LA, and all of a sudden they're going to be flying. So I just can't stand this team. Right
Rumor
now.
has it that
I just can't do it.
Matthews and Bieber were partying for quite a bit in LA the last couple nights. So I don't know what their level of energy will be like tonight here.
I don't even know. Like that could be a good thing. Honestly, I have no idea. This could be a good thing. It could be the worst thing ever. We'll find out here tonight. A team that I'm interested in, and I think people will be waiting, especially here on a Tuesday. The San Jose Sharks. They are hosting the Red Wings tonight. They're currently sitting plus 162. You see the Red Wings minus 175. seeing a total of 6.5. What are your thoughts on this game here tonight? And are you going to be getting disgusting?
Play the clip. Play the clip.
The Disgusting Brothers.
Don't call us that.
No Matt, but still going to get disgusting here this morning, eh?
Yeah. Yes, we are. Sharks are on a wicked losing streak right now, so just makes it even more disgusting. I think they've lost like 8-9 in a row. But you look at like who they've lost to, and they're playing some very, very good teams in this little run here. They played Arizona on the road, the Avs, the Kings, Arizona again, the Canucks, the Kings, the Oilers, and the Avs. I mean, a lot of teams would fare pretty poorly in that like gauntlet of a schedule. Now they're facing a Wings team that has just completely fallen off. They're an absolute mess. There's just nothing about the way they've been playing for the last little while. Their injuries, their goaltending situation, just everything. Nothing warrants them laying this price right now on the road. I think we're getting a little bit of a discount here because of the fact that the Sharks have lost so many games in a row. But again, you look at that schedule, that is a murderer's row. So this is, yes, Jordan, I am behind the -1.5 tonight on San Jose for sure. I could get behind that. I think that would be something that I'll probably add because, like, man, Detroit can't keep the puck out of their net right now. They're not generating a whole lot. Like, they've just been brutal. And I think this is a perfect way for San Jose to put this losing streak behind them, start 2024 with a nice W.
Yeah, and then we're going to get San Jose heating up here over the next little bit. I'm going to be turning this into San Jose money line tonight and then again as the Leafs come up on their schedule twice in the next week. So that'll be
Saturday and Tuesday. Oh, next Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it'll be next Tuesday. No. -1.5, -2.5, -3.5. We're going the other way. Big. And yeah, the perfect opportunity here tonight. We'll have to go the 3-leg parlay here. The Habs, the Hawks, and the Sharks -1.5. But what a banger that would be. Flipping that one around. Oh, God. All right, the San Jose Sharks there, +162. We will lock that in. In terms of our picks for today here, we'll recap all of those. You can see them all in the BetStamp app in the Find Better section as Edgework HQ. You can see our picks on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, whatever it is. You can break it all down in there. But for tonight, all the bets that we've given out here on the show, we'll recap them all for a full unit here as well. 1 unit play on all of these. We'll start there in Nashville. We're going to take the under 6.5, -115 between the Blackhawks and the Predators. Then we're going to go Minnesota, Calgary, under 6 there, a -105. We're going to take the Winnipeg Jets money line, -130 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Sens money line, +130. Then the LA Kings money line, -130. And then finally, the San Jose Sharks money line, +162. Those are all of our bets for tonight. If you do have questions or anything moving forward, you can tweet them at us at EdgeworkHQ. Make sure to follow us on there for any show updates or anything like that. As well, make sure to be subscribed here to the channel so that you get notified every single time that we go live. Kicked it off a little bit late here today. Apologies for that, but thanks to everyone who waited. You got a bet within the first 5 minutes of the show starting there. So that's why you got to have those notifications turned on. But thanks to everyone who tuned in here today. Moretto, thank you for doing this.
R.I.P. Canada hockey, man.
Yeah,
the kids let us down.
Hockey. You got to watch us have to deal with that. And I think, by the way, as well, I'm not sure, but I think that the guy that it hit on Canada to go in was the guy that they brought up late. I think that's who it was. So that's tough as well. But thanks to everyone who tuned in here today. Appreciate it. Tough go for Canada there. But we'll bounce back. Hopefully we'll get some wins here tonight on the Edgework Show. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Look forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the games tonight. Good luck on your bets.